Welcome to the United States of Paranormal Podcast. Sit down and buckle up for an enlightening ride through everything cryptid, creepy, and paranormal.
Hello, all of my paranormal freaks out there. It is I, Golden J, hanging out with the Rocker Chic and J-Dub.
J-Dub.
Welcome to the United States of Paranormal, where we take you on a road trip across America to everything cryptid, creepy, and paranormal.
Yeah. Woo.
This week, we are going to discuss... I don't even know. Okay.
They don't take my thunder away.
I'm not
Damn.
I'm not taking your thunder away. I just was doing some big fancy intro because I don't know why. I don't know why I wanted to do some big fancy intro. It made no sense whatsoever. But here we are, gang, hanging out in the studio, the three of us. And we're going to talk about Jen's vacation. We do want to talk about it. How was your vacation?
It was wonderful. It was wonderful.
So you had a beach house, you had a mountain house.
Yep.
Which was the better house?
The house was the mountain house, but the beach was a lot of fun.
Yeah. You guys like right on the beach then too? You could like walk out the door?
We were across the street.
Right on.
Yeah, there was public access right across the street from us.
Nice.
Yeah. But the funny thing is, I hiked all the way down this mountain this day after we got there. Off-roading it and everything. Never fell down once. Came all the way back up. Took my shoes off because they were muddy and put my Crocs on. You know, because that's what you do. Take your shoes off. You know. I go to step up on the stairs and my foot slides out of the Croc and I just... Woo,
Flat on your face?
Flat on my face.
Oh.
My Croc goes flying. And everybody's like, what the hell happened? I go, my Crocs did me wrong. I didn't have them in four-wheel drive, so my foot just slid out, and I crashed and burned.
You know, they do have seat belts. You should definitely put your seat belt on when you put your Croc on.
Well, that's what I mean. I didn't have it in four-wheel drive. I never wear them, and yeah.
Are you wearing Crocs tonight?
I am.
I didn't even look. I didn't even pay attention.
Is that what that thing is in front? It's supposed to be on your ankle? Gotcha.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't wear Crocs.
She's got it flipped up so she can just slide in.
Yeah.
We've never worn Crocs. We've never had Crocs.
Never.
I got some Hey Dudes. I actually enjoy my Hey Dudes, but they're more like, for me, they're more like slippers. I don't ever really wear them out. I have a couple times, but they're just like, I put them on when I'm in the house and just wandering around.
Yeah, these are my camper Crocs.
You have camper Crocs.
Camper Crocs.
They have a little charm on them that says weekend.
Oh, look at that. They're striped.
They're American
What
flag.
are those little charms called, Jeremy? Remember?
Fuck, I don't remember. They have a name. What
They
is
do,
it?
'cause
Do you
they're-
remember?
Jiggers. Jiggers.
Is it
Jibbers.
Jibbers?
It's something weird. Some
Jibbers.
That is the United States of Paranormal at gmail.com.
Do you know what a Croc? Yeah.
Man, that's great stuff right there. And don't ever mispronounce that while you're talking about it. You never know what you'll come up with. I'm just saying. Just be careful. But yeah, everything has a name. If you think about it. Every little item, like, you know, those things, they have a name. Sometimes it's pretty crazy, the names that people come up with for things.
Yeah.
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 Keeps it exciting. Well, good. I'm glad you had a great vacation. I'm sure just getting away from work was probably...
Getting away from this town was amazing.
You know, this town that we spend every day in is worse than some of the big towns I've ever been in, as far as like people driving and... Oh, man. Some of the people around this town is just absolutely horrible. They'll pull out in front of you. They'll cut you off. They don't give a shit.
Yeah, like you cut me off the other day.
Oh, my God. Well, if you weren't driving so fast around the back end of that parking lot where I couldn't, you know, I didn't even see you coming. You were just speeding up there so quickly.
I had places to go.
That is a 10-mile-an-hour area.
I
You
was
were
going
running
10.
40.
Maybe.
I saw the slide. I thought I could get across before you drifted around that corner, but
It was Tokyo drifting.
oh yeah, you gotta watch out. J-Dub's driving. No, honestly, I'd never in that van and coming around that corner. Now every time I do that, because I do it, 3 times a week, I make sure that I creep out there and strain around so I can see out that side window, because the sliding door doesn't have windows in it, so you can't see out that. It's a little tough to see.
You have a
making corner.
van?
I do have a perv van. Or as Matt would call it, a unwanted sexual advancement van. And it does say free candy on the side. And, I think free duct tape and free rope and free Wi-Fi.
You had me at candy.
The back does say ice cream. It's like an ice cream truck. That gets all the kids right to the back door. Dum. I'm kidding. It's not a funny thing, but this band could definitely be considered that because it's all white.
Yep.
And there is there's markings on it, but that's neither here nor there. All right. Well, let me ask you this. Are you ready?
I think so.
What would you do if you woke up in the morning and found out that you were 6 years old again?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my God.
Think about that.
Wow. That's...
of course, when I wrote this question, I had thoughts about it. And my personal thought is would I have the knowledge that I have now, or would I revert back to my 6-year-old self? I'm assuming if you're asking this question, you'd have the knowledge that you have now at the age of 6.
Okay.
And what I say is I would rule the world.
Mm-hmm.
You laugh. Well, think of all the mistakes you made growing up in your teenage years, the things you did.
Yeah, but everything that happens got us to where we are now.
That's true, but you could fix some of the bad things that happened to your advantage so that I could rule the world.
What if I wanted to rule the world?
You got to take a back seat. You're younger than me.
But we both woke up at the age of 6.
So would we be the same age?
Yeah.
We'd all start over at 6.
Yeah.
Oh. Now there is a...
I have no idea. Would I still have to, okay, so I'm still the same person, but I'm 6 years old. What does that mean? I don't even understand.
You know what it means? It means you'd be totally prepped for your very first period.
Yep.
Is my whole body 6 years old or just my brain?
Your body's 6 years old.
Who's going to take care of me?
Oh.
I don't like this question. I have way too many questions about the question. I have no idea.
Well, that's the point of the question. Who's going to take care of you? So
Like, do we just go back in time?
I would think that you would go back in time. You would go back to being 6 years old again.
I don't like this question. I don't want to go back to being 6 years old.
You want a different question?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
No, it's not. Yeah. That's my answer. I don't like this question.
But you still have to answer the question.
I go play in the backyard. I don't know. You may maybe start it back over in school, everything.
I know. I'd fucking rule kindergarten. Watch out. I'd be I'd be like, that's Mrs. A for achoo. Mr. M with the munching mouth.
Why 6? I could have been like 16 or 18 or something, but not 6. I just...
6, I think, would be a lot better.
6 growing up in this day and age? Hell no.
No.
I don't know, technology. I just figured you go back to being your 6-year-old self.
Oh, so like
you would actually go back to 1978. Yeah, 79.
No, thank you.
The fucking 80s were the
Jen,
best.
do you have an answer
ever.
for this question? Because I don't.
I probably, if I had the knowledge that I have now, but I'm 6, so my brain is the same as I am right now.
And it's 1978.
No, I wasn't born then. Wasn't even born yet.
It's 1988.
Giving away my fucking age, too. Damn it.
Oh, like it hasn't been known up to this point.
Well, my mom and dad tried to get me into tap and ballet, and if I would have to go back, I wouldn't be like, nope, not doing it. I hated it. I probably would have gotten into horses sooner.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go.
See, that's what I'm saying. You know, I go back, I would learn how to play piano from the very beginning along with guitar and have the whole lineup there, you know. And I'd be more prepared for the shit that I did, knowing that being in those bands all those years weren't for shit because they're not going to go anywhere because people are flakes and they just bail out on you.
Yeah.
So...
Okay, so then I have an answer.
No, you don't get a fucking answer now.
I would freaking tell my parents to buy stock in all these things now, so we actually had money, so I could do the things I wanted to do when I was a kid. There you go. There's my answer.
It's like time travel, which Colton absolutely loves. And speaking of Colton...
Hi, Colton.
That's your comeback for it.
I love Colton. He's like my third son.
Really?
Sure. I'm not saying it.
Not going to go there.
Not going to go there.
Not going to go there. I totally just rose you up that you were going to slay him on the hill that he likes to die on.
I'm going to make him feel so freaking bad.
This is how you're going to make him feel bad?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
What?
I don't know. Give him something to feel bad about.
I don't have anything. I don't. I'm sad. I'm sad that he's upset with me.
You're not supposed to laugh after
Sorry.
you say that.
Cut that.
Anyway, the whole time travel thing. You'd be basically traveling back to when you're a 6-year-old. You're starting all over, but you've got the knowledge of what you have in your infinite years that you have now.
All right. So then, all right. Yay. From 7 till 18, I'm rich now. So. Yay.
So what would you have them invest in?
I don't know. Apple, whatever came out at around that time.
Huh.
Microsoft, I don't know.
How about you, J-Job? I know you'd get back into horses earlier, and you'd totally skip out on the tap and dance.
Yeah. I probably would find my husband earlier.
Oh, right on.
Because when I turned 18, I moved out, and I lived on an alley, and if you went down the alley and turned left, he lived in a house down there. We never, saw each other. Right? That way, I can remember. But, yeah, I'd probably meet him sooner. And tell him to invest and keep his stock in Whole Foods.
Oh, right on.
Because if he would have kept his stock in Whole Foods, we would be bazillionaires because Amazon bought it out.
Oh, that's right.
Right.
They're doing all the distributing through Whole Foods. Yeah.
Yeah. He sold it.
Damn.
He sold it before we met, but yeah, I'd be like, keep that.
Keep it.
I mean that truly is the pretty much the go-to is that you just buy the stock in some of those companies that you know.
Oh, yeah. Bet on every stinking...
my problem
I'm
is
only
that
6, so I can't do that.
my problem with that, well, I mean, after you're 18, you could do that, but do you
I'd forget it by
remember?
then.
Yeah. It's like, oh, shit, the San Francisco's playing the Broncos in Super Bowl. Who won that game?
I don't even remember last week's games little.
Wait, there was games last week?
No, I did that. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe there was. When did we record this episode?
Well, it was a week or so after J-Dub went on vacation.
It's true.
Yeah.
True.
All right. I think that's probably the best answer is to just talk about the investments that your parents could make and be like, they could have IBM and Apple and all that. Amazon and Walmart. Walmart's the one that always would get me. That would be tremendous to buy up maybe 100 pieces right at the very beginning, watch them split and do all the things they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I remember that because Lisa did that in one of our classes. She bought Walmart, one of those
investment things.
Yeah. And all she did was bought Walmart, and she just totally ruled the whole 6 weeks of following the stock. She goes, "I'm not selling. Just let it grow." Like, son of a bitch.
Could you imagine though if you were 6 years old and you had the knowledge? If I went up to my dad and said, "Hey, buy some Apple stock," he'd be like, "What the hell is she talking about? I'm not going to listen to a 6-year-old."
It's true.
Give me $5 so I can go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you get on the computer? What's a computer? Shit. Well, give me your cell phone. What's a cell phone? Oh, man.
Yeah.
There's another investment.
Yeah, waiting for all that to come about. Yeah, that would just be... To know that that's the future and you don't have anything like that.
Well, unfortunately...
Sitting there playing my Atari when I could be...
I loved Atari growing up.
I did too.
That was one of the video games the Call Guys did not talk about in their recent episode.
Because they're too young. They don't know what a freaking Atari is.
Yeah, they were all like, "Well, we got our first Xbox and PlayStations," and I'm like,
"What about Atari and Nintendo?"
The original Nintendo was the best. And if anybody knows how to make a Nintendo work, you just got to blow in the cartridge.
Yep.
Atari was the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the good old days of video games where you didn't have memory cards to save. You just started over every time you turned it on.
Oh, yeah. I can remember my brother screaming at the little tiny TV that my parents had because they had a 2-story house. It was real old, and it had a big landing, and all the bedrooms were up there, and we had this little tiny TV with a Nintendo hooked up to it, and I can just hear him screaming at the TV, and yeah, he would play for hours, and then he'd be like, I beat it.
My biggest thing was that I had a Super Nintendo and Super Mario Brothers 3, I believe, and that was before wireless controllers. That was just a big long wire. And my controllers rattled because I threw them so many times that I broke the little tabs off on the inside.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
You throwing things?
No. Kind of like
grew out of that.
Kind of like 4x4s through the yard the other day. Yeah. Did you know that the 4x4s that I got don't fit the 4x4 post holders that
What? Yeah, they didn't every single post they sent us, they didn't bevel the one edge. And I think that's supposed to be a standard when you buy those. And they're all straight cuts.
Yep. So I bought the little post holders for the deck, and now I have to go through and plane off the bottom so they'll fit in the bottom of them.
Yeah,
that sucks.
I went and picked up an old one we had, and it fell right in. And I'm like, why is this? And I'm like, well, look at this. This whole side is beveled all the way up, and these are not.
I'd be calling wherever you got it and be like, I need a discount.
I told him.
I need to write an email.
He needs to send something out because it was all shitty wood this time.
Yeah, it was.
You
got to work around it. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
We got to
call them out on the podcast.
Damn you. Making us work harder.
I don't want to work harder.
No.
I just actually want it to be done. I want to be like a fucking genie and just, just bob my head and fucking it just done and looks nice.
It's getting there. It's getting there. We'll get there.
Although it took Bobbi forever to do her 3 chairs last night.
Oh, shut up.
I had them knocked out. I had my 3 done.
I told Eric you were so proud of yourself that you were ahead of me on something for once. Because usually I beat ya.
No, that's spank me.
No, whatever.
All right, whatever. Are you ready to tell us your...
I am so ready.
all right.
We have gotten so off topic
way
so
out
many
there.
times.
Oh, can you imagine?
Woo!
Hey, there was no shitting in the bucket this week.
No shit in the bucket. Only pervert vans that Jeremy drive.
That's sexually unwanted advancement vans.
Oh, okay.
Unwanted sexual advancement, something like that.
That is kind of spooky, though, when you're driving down the highway and you see one of those vans go by and you're just like...
Yeah, you watch it.
And it's not that person is.
No.
It's just that's what that white van is associated with in
that's
movies.
Why,
and
that's why when people drive by me and I just look over at them and give them that little smile.
Oh, shit. Speed away. Hurry.
I get the highway to myself a lot.
All right. Are you ready to start
I'm ready.
The paranormal
portion of the United States of Paranormal?
All right. First off, I want to say this episode is dedicated to Leonard and Chuck.
Yeah.
Woo! Our first people that emailed and asked for a subject to be talked about. So here goes. So I am going to talk about places in Louisville, Kentucky.
You're going to talk about places where?
Louisville, however people pronounce it. I don't want to
Wait, hit it. Wait,
anybody. Louisville. Louisville. One word, different pronunciations.
It's in Kentucky.
It's in Kentucky. We're going to talk about urban legends and hauntings. And we're going to talk about quite a few different ones. So, anyways, Louisville was founded in 1778, making it one of the oldest cities west of the Appalachians.
Okay.
All right. We are going to start off with, I don't know what you want to call this, an urban legend, or I'm not sure what we'll call this.
Well, you read it, and then I'll
you'll
tell you what
me
we're going to call it.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to talk about the Pope Lick Monster.
It's a cryptid.
It's a cryptid?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
No, I have no idea,
Okay.
but I'm just going to go with that.
It was under the urban legend part, but
Oh, right on.
I mean, it could be a cryptid.
Could be.
So anyways, Pope Lick Monster, otherwise known as the Goat Man. Part man, part goat, part sheep.
Wait. Part man, part goat, part sheep. Does it break down what each part is?
No.
Okay. I mean, is the
Why
sheep the rear
such
end?
A pain? All right. Okay, so he's reported to live beneath a railroad trestle bridge at Pope Lick Park in the Fisherville neighborhood of Louisville, however you want to.
You pick one and then just go with it.
Numerous urban legends exist about this creature. Its origin, one legend says, the monster is a human-goat hybrid who was a circus... I don't really want to say freak, who vowed revenge after being mistreated.
Wait, the goat got mistreated?
He was a circus freak, and he got mistreated, so he vowed revenge. Another version, the monster is the twisted reincarnated form of a farmer who sacrificed goats. Yeah, I should have rewrote this. Who sacrificed goats in exchange for satanic favors. Methods he uses to claim his victims. Hypnosis. Voice mimicry. To lure trespassers onto the trestle to meet their death. So he uses those two things to do that.
I got a thing to show you over here.
I'm sure that's not the voice he uses.
He doesn't use the
Come here, I got candy.
I would say it's probably more like a little kid's voice or something, you know. Help. Anyways, some claim the monster jumps down from the trestle onto the roofs of cars passing beneath it. Yet another legend, it attacks its villains with a blood-stained axe, and that the very sight of the creature is so unsettling that those who see it while walking across the high trestle are driven to leap off.
Did you say villains? You said villains. Did you mean victims?
What?
You said villains. It attacks its villains.
What?
I
did. No, yeah, I did. It looks like it looks like. You want me to do that again?
No, I'm going to leave it just like that.
It's victims.
It's victims.
It attacks its victims.
Jeremy looked over right at me and I was like,
yeah, my writing's terrible.
It's okay.
Should have rewrote it.
Damn. It was just funny.
Damn. Oh, so Chuck and Larry, have you ever heard of the Public Monster? Let us know. Or is this the first time you've heard about him?
I don't know. This name is killing me. The Pope Lick.
It's because it's over Pope Lick.
I get that. I understand why, but it's just, if you say it too fast, it's gonna sound bad.
And I just want everybody to know that you're not allowed to get on the trestle. There is signs posted, and there have been numerous deaths of people walking across, trying to climb up. Yeah, like 4 that I know were reported. So
yeah, they were up there and the train come through. Is that right?
Yeah, because once you get up there, there's no.
Unless you jump.
Yes, pretty much so.
Yeah, and how tall is the trestle?
It's high. It's high.
It's just high.
I don't know how tall the trestle is. I didn't look into it. I'm talking about the Pope Lick Monster.
I know. Well, I understand that. I got you.
Anyways, but yeah, how would you like to meet up with
that
dude?
I don't know. He's got a battle axe and shit, and he's looking for his villains.
I don't know. Goats and sheep are kind of cute, so it depends on like.
I would imagine he's probably not very cute. If he's humanoid and stands on 2 legs, but it has like a goat face and like a sheep
cute
ass.
Faces.
Meh.
Meh.
Never really thought of a goat as cute, but I know that their hair is really stiff and kind of Brillo-y.
Yeah.
But they're
not
kind of
nice
fun.
To pet.
No, but you scare them, and that's fun when they just seize up. So wait, would that work for him if you actually scared him?
I don't think he's a feigning goat.
No, probably not.
Oh, okay.
You just like fall over.
He's here to kill you, and you just go.
Whoopsie. I think he peed himself. Does he wear pants?
Oh goodness, I don't know. Also, the only picture I saw of him was of his like a drawing of
Gotcha.
what his face might look like.
Gotcha. That's awesome. That was awesome. I love
that one. Sorry.
I love that.
Victims.
Villains.
I can't read my own writing. Okay, so here's a short one. Here's an urban legend. This is the legend of Pan. He lives in the heart of Cherokee Park. He has a human body, horns on his head, and goat legs and feet. Okay? His legend is passed down through several generations. He is, my God, why is this? The story tells of the statue, he's a statue, of the mythical god Pan, who towers above Hogan's Fountain, comes to life at midnight on the full moon, running amok through the park and causing gremlin-style mischief. So what would you call that one? Is that just an urban legend?
Is that like Pan's Labyrinth?
No, it's I think they called him Pan because he plays the pan flute, right? Yeah. Picture the statue. He actually is holding a pan flute.
Well, he's a mythical god. I mean, that's what they've made this statue.
Once again, I think it's a cryptid.
Okay.
I think if you start talking about creatures that do things like that, I mean, I don't know for sure. United States Paranormal @gmail.com. I will definitely read those emails and tell me what you guys think.
So if every animal what would a unicorn be? Would it be cryptid? Or like, what is that other one?
Bigfoot's a cryptid, correct? Yeah. Okay, but this is a statue that comes to life.
Yeah, it's a statue. That's why.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know for sure what. I'm going to have to dig into that.
Magic.
Magic.
So there's another one. The Legend of Pan in Cherokee Park. Also in Louisville.
And he just runs around the park and is
at
mischievous.
Night, and
like
is
a gremlin.
Mischievous. Yep.
Or a puckwudgie.
So, I think one of the articles was he likes to mess with cars.
Little fucker.
He's
What is
just
he like?
mischievous.
He just like what? Disconnects your brakes, or does he key it, or does
Probably,
he eat the windshield wiper? What?
Probably like a cat. Marks it everywhere. I don't know.
I just want him to total
You have
mine.
little, what is his feet? Goat?
Oh, hoof prints all
Yeah,
over.
yeah, little hoof prints that scratch up your
That
car
ain't
when he
right.
walks over it. No specifics on that, but he's just mischievous.
Mischievous.
So you can go to Cherokee Park and see if you can see Peyton
I
out
love
wandering around.
I love Louisville. It's a beautiful area down through there. So
It is.
I've actually went down in the middle of January to disc golf down there because the weather was supposed to be nice. So then driving 4 hours to go disc golfing, and it turned out cold and snow on the ground. But that's beside the point.
Yeah.
All right, we're on to our next one.
All right.
Okay, this is an urban legend, and it's called the Witch's Tree. It's located at the corner of 6th Street and Park Avenue in Louisville. A tree so knotted, tortured, and misshapen that it could easily serve as a portal to the underworld, if you should believe.
The hell?
Over 125 years ago, there was a coven of witches who conducted rituals around a tall, straight maple tree. But in 1889, the city cut the tree down so they could have a May Day festival. They wanted the tree out of the way. As the tree came crashing down, the witches went shrieking out of town. Before they left, the head witch cursed the city, her words, "Beware, Louisville, beware the 11th month." 11 months later, on March 27th, 1890, a huge tornado struck the town and over 100 people died.
Oh, my.
A bolt of lightning shot out from the tornado onto the spot where the tree had been hit, or where the tree had been cut down. A new one began growing. The gnarled tree there today grew from the stump. You got to look up pictures of this tree because it's pretty crazy. You guys are looking at me like I'm crazy. Okay. Today, people decorate the tree with necklaces and charms to keep on the witch's good side.
J-Dub's looking it up right now. She's
What's
giving
the
it a
tree
goog.
called? The witch's tree.
She's giving it a goog. Watch out.
It is a mangly, gnarled tree. And that is the story behind.
I want to know why they want to cut it down to begin with.
It said that, I don't know what a maypole is. What is a maypole?
I have no idea.
But they were celebrating May Day or whatever, and they wanted the street cleaned up.
Oh, it's like I saw it on the movie Midsummer, where they have all those ribbons, and the girls weave it, and then they braid a big braid thing.
Gotcha.
So, but
I think. Sorry.
That sounds good.
Because I mean, it is right. It's on a main street. Yeah.
Right.
So I'm sure they would have parades down and everything, and there was just this huge maple tree, but they cut it down, and now they have a monstrosity.
Yeah. Should have fucking left it alone. Huh?
I mean, literally, the tree is covered in necklaces, charms,
gum.
I don't know about gum, but little signs that say the witch is in. It's pretty neat. So there's another one.
All right.
The witch's tree. All right.
Oh, it went blank. J-Dub was trying to show it to me on her phone, and it went blank.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't bring the extra papers with me because I didn't want to be going through a bunch of papers.
I understand that. Oh, yeah, that is pretty gnarly looking, isn't it? It's not as big as I thought it would be, though.
You know what it reminds me of? The movie Ernest Scared Stupid, where the troll hides out in that big tree that they have a tree house on. That's what it looks like.
Right on. I'm trying to remember that movie.
Maybe they took it from
I'm trying, and you never know, or you get these writers get these inspirations from.
Yeah.
You know how long it's been since I've seen an Ernest movie? Wow.
That one's been my favorite forever. So.
All right.
You know what I mean, Vern?
Now we're going to go on to hauntings. I have a few hauntings in Louisville that I'd like to talk about.
All right. Sounds perfect.
All right. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so located at 1305 South 3rd Street in Louisville is home to the Lady of the Stairs.
That's a different one.
Did I not write down the name of the place that this is? I'm sorry.
Oh, way to go, Rocker Chic.
Anyways, that's the address. So I think it's the Church of Scientology or something like that. But, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Okay. Those who have seen her describe a beautiful young woman dressed in a white gown and a gray silk shawl. That's very descriptive.
Yes, it is.
She is seen pacing back and forth through the columns at the entrance of the church in a nervous fashion and appears to be distraught. Some have even heard her cry. Her story is of a lost love.
Always is about a lost love.
Yeah. Sad.
She was supposed to meet her fiancé there to run off and elope, but he never showed. Unbeknownst to her, he had died a few days earlier of pneumonia, and her soon to follow, from being out in the cold waiting on him to show.
How would she not know if it was a few days earlier?
He was off in the army or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So, yes. There were... I didn't get all the specifics. I mean, they had names, they had everything, but I was just trying to keep it short and sweet. So let's do one more haunting. This is Louisville's Cave Hill Cemetery. Yes, we are back in a cemetery.
And we're doing caves. Man, we're making full circle here.
It's the largest Victorian-era cemetery in the United States that remains in a good state of repair. It was established in 1848, and among those buried there are the earthly remains of both Union and Confederate soldiers.
Oh, wow.
The cemetery is also considered to be one of the most haunted places in Louisville. Among the reports of paranormal activity linked to this particular burial ground are sudden blasts of icy cold air, unexplained light anomalies, and disembodied whispers when nobody else is around. Most witnesses who have braved the cemetery at night describe a floating green light flitting around between the headstones, and others say that they have heard a number of strange noises, including what sounds like headstones being knocked over.
Ooh.
Wow.
So there are a couple haunted places in Louisville and some urban legends / cryptids.
Right on.
But yeah, that's my Louisville episode.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I know that you had to, only pick a few, but did you find that there was a lot more than what you had to cipher through everything?
Yes,
to pick
there
which
was like top 12 haunted Louisville places, and urban legends. I think there was 1 through 10. I mean, yeah. So I just kind of took the ones that had more of a story to them, and we all know I like to do cemeteries, so that's why I threw that one in there.
I liked it.
They're gonna think, our listeners are gonna think you're a cemetery type girl.
I grew up on a road with a cemetery, and I played in the cemetery a lot. Never had any paranormal activity or anything, but yeah.
That you know of.
That I know of. But, so yeah, I like cemeteries. When they're kept up and they look nice, I think, yeah.
You don't like the old dirty, dank ones that...
We have to go up like 100 stairs and you might die if you go all the way up and go down. Don't count the stairs.
I do believe that Chico from the Call Guy says that he wants to go do it and he'll count.
Yep, he did.
He did. He wants to brave the unknown.
So yeah, it's, you can go to Louisville and do they have haunted tours. So they take you to a bunch of the different places, and you can go by the tree, and yeah.
Right on.
So, yeah, if you live in Louisville, you have quite a few destinations.
Sounds like it.
And if you run into the goat man, don't climb the trestle.
Don't climb
Stay
the trestle.
Stay on the ground, because that is an active train.
Yes. Yeah, and it will not stop for you.
No. There was also a movie made about that, too, about the goat man.
Really?
It was just a Knoxville-based person, but...
It was an independent film.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, good job.
Well, thank you.
I hope Leonard and Chuck enjoyed
I
that.
hope they do too. And thank you so much for emailing. And hey, if you have more ideas, feel free, send them in.
Yeah, we definitely want more ideas.
It's easier when you have something to start with. It's hard to actually pin down what you're going to do. So yeah, if anybody else has something they want to hear about, or have heard somebody say something and want more information, let us know.
That's true. Yeah. We'll do the deep dive.
Deep dive.
The deep dive. All right. Well, good work. Good job. I guess we should wrap it up then, huh?
I think so.
All right. Once again, thank you for listening to the United States of Paranormal podcast. We definitely want to hear from you, goods and bads. We like to make sure that we know we're on the right track, and if it's something we did you didn't like, let us know. We'll fix it. You can find us at the United States of Paranormal at gmail.com. Also, you can go check out the United States of Paranormal.com for links to all of the streaming sites and all of our social medias and a kick-ass merch store. Go check it out. Definitely a t-shirt on there somewhere that you want. I'm sure of it. Whether it be the skunk ape or whether it be the birthday, I can't think of the moose. The
skeleton moose or whatever it is. I don't know what it is.
The moose. He's got a birthday cake. It was our 1 year anniversary birthday t-shirt. So go check it out. If you like what you like what we're doing here in the United States Paranormal, you might like what we're doing inside of the Golden Mojo Entertainment Empire. We have several shows, including on Mondays we have the Call Guys with Gunnar and Colton, where they talk pop culture. On Tuesdays, it's a little mix mash. It is Golden Image Podcast. 1 week it's me, the Skywalker, and Chico Noise going out and doing things, so you'll want to go do things. But on the other weeks, it's me interviewing interesting people doing interesting things. It's been a lot of fun so far. I've been really enjoying them, and I got a few more coming out. I need to make some more bookings and find some more interesting people out there. On Wednesdays, obviously, it is TUSOP. On Thursdays, it is the Indiana Chiefs fans. On Friday, you get a double shot. It is Murd Nerds with Ashley and Alicia, where they talk true crime. Or if you're just more into the sipping a glass of wine and reading a good book, check out A Quart of Books and Booze with the Skywalker, Jessica, and Amanda. And they are your basement book club. All of them at all your favorite streaming sites, whether you like Apple Podcasts or whether you like Spotify. Just go check them out. Don't forget to rate and review United States Paranormal on Apple or on Spotify, if you don't mind. It helps our numbers and it helps us get up there so that we can get some ads and ad revenue and maybe even a pod swap where we're working with other paranormal podcasts out there. If you're on a podcast and you like what we're doing and you think that we'll fit well together, give me a shout. Maybe we'll work something out where we can swap ads and tell all of our listeners about each other. Ooh. Hey, we're all in this together, ladies and gentlemen. We're all in this together.
We're all in this together.
I was just going to do that.
Lord.
Is that High School Musical?
Yes.
Oh, God.
United States of Paranormal is not sponsored by Disney Plus.
I never even saw that movie, and I knew that song.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning us in, and we'll see you again next week.
Bye.
Bye.
See you on the other side. To support other Golden Mojo Entertainment productions, check out Golden Image Podcast, The Call Guys, and Murd Nerds wherever you enjoy listening to podcasts. To see photos and find new episodes of the United States of Paranormal, follow us on our social media. Twitter at TUSOPPOD, or Instagram at the United States of Paranormal, and Facebook, the United States of Paranormal.
If you have a place that you'd like us to look into, or would like to share your spooky story that we can read on the air, please email us at theunitedstatesofparanormal@gmail.com.